Black bars are one of the original strain of Endler's Livebearer, collected first by John Endler himself, and therefore have been in a hobby since around 1970s. They are originally collected from Laguna de Pathos in Venezuela, and from there they later spread it to aquariums all around the world. These little fish are super active, and as they are an original wild type Endlers, they usually stay relatively small and reach maximum of around 2.5 centimeters in length. Their significant traits are colorful body and dominant black bar. In late 1990s, gentleman called Adrian Hernandez got some wild collections of Endlers back to USA, and as he worked with the original collections from John Endler, he recognized several black bar Endlers, which he separated and continued breeding. He started selling them on the internet, and soon from there they've spread it to Europe, Asia, and quickly became very popular in the hobby. As well as other live-bearing fish, they are omnivores, meaning their diet consists of both animal and plant supplements, and therefore in the aquarium they can eat large variety of foods, like for example flakes, micro pellets, variety of frozen foods, or superfood for any small live-bearer, like brine shrimp. They are hardy little fish and will accept wide variety of water parameters, but as they are coming from hot climate, they do prefer warmer water. But whether you are a beginner or advanced aquarist, you should not have any issue keeping them. And as a cherry on the top, if you're a real Endlers nerd and you want to be sure you have wild type black bars, here is a little tip you can look at directly from Adrian Hernandez himself.
So originally the black bars that are circulating the hobby were introduced, I would say like maybe more than 15 years ago, when I first started offering fish on aquabait. When I started offering fish on aquabait, I think 2000 or 1999, I forgot, in the very beginning. I introduced those. I sent them to Germany. I sent them to Japan. I sent them to Australia. I used to send a lot to Asia. And since they were the most popular, they spread out really quick.
Yeah, now we can see them in all the fish stores and all the fish shows everywhere got them. But it's really interesting that it actually it all comes from your fish room. That's really amazing.
Yes. One more thing about the original ones. The original ones, when I obtained them and I would breed them in large quantities and stuff like that, no white dorsals. They never had white dorsals. And if they did, it would be like a slight mark, but never any white dorsals. So I learned, throughout the years that no matter how large your population is, they don't throw white dorsals. The only time that they throw the white dorsal is when you hybridize them or you introduce something else that's not from them. Then that little white mark that you see there, it gets enhanced when you do the hybrid cross, and it bleeds into the dorsal fin, creating a bigger white mark. It doesn't necessarily have to have that little mark to get the white dorsal, but the white dorsal, from all the breedings and all the hybrids that I did, it's a mark of hybrid stock. It's not just me, the one that did these experiments, but other friends that bred them, they would tell me this, we find the same finding, the same thing. And when you see people that have pure black bars, none of them have white on the dorsal. If you track them down, they're like, oh, my thing is like this. So that's just a little added information, Now, the recent population, that's why I'm a little bit saying that there's integration going on. The recent black bars that you see some people post or that I have obtained, some of them have that white black dorsal fin, and the fish is slightly a little bit different in appearance. So I'm like, okay, they're still beautiful and all that, but there's a sign of more integration, more mixing of strains and stocks and populations.
Thank you very much guys for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to listen to my interview with Adrian Hernandez, you'll find it linked in the description below. If you enjoy Endlers or any aquarium creatures, please consider subscribing. I do have many interesting videos on this channel.